Today it's time to put all Java updates aside and take a look at the Bedrock follow-up update development. Over the weeks, new previews have been releasing, and I've got to be honest, I've been kind of ignoring them because we've talked about most of the stuff that's in them already. However, today I think it's time to go back and look at the Bedrock follow-up update development for 1.20.20 and 1.20.30. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get into the video. You're a little out of the loop and you're wondering what about 1.20.10? Well, actually that's already dropped. It was a pretty small update, dropped a little while ago now. 1.20.20 is yet to release, but I expect we can see it soon. And I believe that in that update we're going to have two parity features, which we've talked about many times before on the channel. But real quick, I'd like to briefly mention them again. Recipe unlocking. Unlocking recipes as you move through your world. When you pick up new blocks and items that's used to craft a certain item, the recipe will unlock for said item. Unlocking recipes as you go is a Java feature and has been for many years and has never ever been seen on Bedrock Edition until the next 1.20 follow-up update, which is probably going to drop in about a week from now. I would not say we're going to be waiting much longer. Don't worry, that's not all, because crawling is also a Java feature and has never been seen on Bedrock Edition until the recent previews and the upcoming 1.20.20 follow-up update. Because that update will be bringing crawling, which is basically crawling in a 1x1 area. You've been able to do this on Java for as long as I can remember, never on Bedrock Edition. Now this is pretty cool, has a few uses like strip mining and saving durability, or getting into end gateways without wasting ender pearls. And it's just a fun thing to do, using trapdoors and stuff to get into 1x1 spaces. You've never been able to do it on Bedrock Edition. You can now. Those two changes we can expect to see very soon. And a few other technical changes and bug fixes will be dropped in 1.20.20. I don't know if I'll make a video on it when it does drop. However, I'm just going to say I'm very excited for when it does, because it is going to bring two of the most wanted parity features to Bedrock Edition after many years. So what's next? After 1.20.20 drops, what is the next follow-up update? Or is it time to focus on 1.21? Well, no. It's actually 1.20.30. And this is focused around villagers and wandering traders. If you want a little more detail, I've made set videos for each of the topics. So we've got a villager video, which is going to be coming out very soon. We've got a wandering trader video already up on the channel, and a brief snapshot discussion video out on the channel as well. So you can check those two videos out and keep your eye out for my villager in-depth video, because it brings some game-changing features actually. So our good friend the wandering trader has finally been buffed after many years and can now sell you some pretty good items, and you can buy items off of it, which is really good. So some fire changes have been made to the wandering trader. As for villagers, it is absolutely game changing. The enchantments that the villagers sell to you are based on what biome they grow up in, which I think is really cool. However, I'm going to have an in-depth video on this very soon, because it's actually a really big topic, and we haven't seen any main changes to villager trades since 1.14, which came out in 2019, to put it in perspective. So this is pretty big, and I don't have much time to talk about it in this one, but I'm just going to say you can't get mending as your first trade anymore. In fact, if you really want mending, I'm pretty sure you're going to have to find a swamp villager. The enchantments that are traded to you are decided based on what biome they grow up in. So if you want mending, you're going to have to find a certain villager. If you want, I don't know, sharpness, you're going to have to find a certain villager. It's pretty good, and we're going to talk about it in another video. Finally, diamond generation changes. Pretty cool actually. They will now be able to generate when they are exposed to air and when they are not exposed to air. So what's the change? Well, when they were exposed to air, the odds of them generating were a lot lower than when they weren't. Since diamonds have even more of a use than they did before, the developers have made it easier to find them by basically increasing those odds, which makes me very happy. But gamers, that brings us to the end of this preview video. I'm super excited for recipe unlocking, crawling, because they're going to actually be on official Minecraft Bedrock really soon. And then I'm even more excited for the new villager changes. It is also worth me saying that there's going to be some technical changes, and the changes that I've mentioned today, such as wandering trader buffs, villagers, diamond generation, that's all going to be a part of the 1.20.2 Java follow-up update. For more on that, make sure you check out this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, which will most likely be all about the new villager changes. Goodbye, gamers.